Welcome to Tri-County Technical College Nursing. You've chosen a program with a superior reputation throughout the state college system. Area healthcare agencies enjoy the thorough preparation our nurses receive. Our caring instructors graduate nurses who are confident in their knowledge and skills. The following presentation will help you accomplish our associate degree transition nursing program in the most efficient way. Each advisor strives to give students the best advice possible. However, with so many facts to remember, omissions can occur. It's in the student's best interest to review these presentations as often as needed to feel confident in the advice being offered. If you feel the advice you've received is different from the facts in these presentations, please ask. The accompanying handouts are the most up-to-date information available and are designed to be a reference for you. It's your responsibility to ensure you understand the information in the presentations and the handouts. We will be talking about helpful handouts, the importance of official transcripts, the notice of completion requirement and how it's key to entry, describe the academic calendar's importance, and review the consequences of forwarding emails or having a full inbox. We'll also discuss the requirement that each student is required to submit a notice of completion for transition nursing. It applies to LPNs and paramedics who want to transition to ADN. We'll outline the location of the nursing portion of the Tri-County website, have a description of the BSN completion information, additional information to help you prepare for entering nursing, and note the costs of nursing school. In addition to viewing this presentation, be sure to download these helpful handouts that provide more detailed information and that you can use as a reference. If you've taken courses at another college or as a dual enrollment student in high school, now is the time to make sure all courses have transferred into your Tri-County transcript. The benefit to you for getting this completed as soon as possible is that those courses may count as prerequisites, allowing you to take higher level courses or count for graduation requirements. Go to ETC Get Set Plan My Schedule to check your transcript for accuracy. At this time, our transition nursing program does not use a competitive entry system. That may be coming, but right now we use a notice of completion, because so far each semester we have enough seats to satisfy the demand. We use a system whereby a student notifies us of their interest in our LPN or paramedic to ADN transition nursing program by submitting a form called a notice of completion. Once a student completes the requirements on this form and submits it to the nursing office in FULP 401, they'll be placed on the list for the next available class. Occasionally, a student will ask if being enrolled in a class is sufficient for counting it on the notice of completion. A student must have a grade of at least C in the required class to count it on the notice of completion. Each transition nursing student is required to participate in the segment of the presentation called Notice of Completion before the form can be submitted to nursing. The academic calendar is an important tool. When a student knows what courses to take but can't get into them, it can be very frustrating. Some courses are really popular or some are offered in only a few sections. These courses can fill quickly at registration. Students who have met with their academic advisor at the earliest possible time and know the first day of registration are the ones who get the classes and schedule they need. The dates for early advising and early registration appear on the academic calendar. It's your guide for planning important events of the school year. It can be found on the college website at www.tctc.edu. As soon as you're accepted to the college, you can log on and find your Tri-County email account. This is the place you'll get communication from college faculty and staff. We all receive a lot of emails, but there's a quota for each person's Tri-County account. Once you have overloaded the account, you don't get any more emails. Very important communications from faculty are missed when this happens. Almost every semester, a student misses an exam because the date or time was changed and the student didn't get the message. So we recommend you clean out the email box that includes inbox, sent, and deleted items at least once a semester, or if you see that warning that it's filling up, that's the time to delete. If you wait, you could be missing very important information. The handouts from this group of presentations can be found on a link from the homepage of the Tri-County website. This allows you to access any handout from one central location. K-Roads is the advisor for students who wish to include BSN general education classes in their schedule while at Tri-County. Taking these classes is a good idea as long as students have met with their advisor and understand the classes needed for graduation. Often students will need additional classes to add to a semester of biology, for instance. If all the general education classes for the program have been met, then Ms. Rhodes may suggest courses that will satisfy a BSN course requirement, like English 102, Sociology 101, Art 101, Music 105. You can find the BS General Education Worksheet under Helpful Handouts. We have never seen more emphasis from our employers for students to get a BSN. Each student should check with financial aid to be sure the courses they plan to take are covered. Current regulations may limit your course selection. In fact, we strongly suggest you meet with financial aid office just as soon as you have a schedule. Then there are no surprises in those last weeks before classes begin. We offer a degree option that is an associate degree with a BS nursing track. It's a perfect option for our nursing students who want to pursue this degree but have financial aid restrictions. Please review the presentation called Pre-Program Associate of Science option for more information. The nursing instructors hope all students have completed general education classes, especially all the biology courses, before entering clinicals. The students we find at most risk of failing a nursing class are those who are taking a biology along with nursing, or they're working too many hours. When a student checks the curriculum guide for transition nursing, they'll see this statement. Transition nursing students must have completed Biology 211 with a minimum grade of C or be registered for 211 to enter nursing transition, and must have completed Bio 225 with a minimum grade of C or be registered for it to enter MedSurg 2. These are known as concurrent courses. This is the very last time in the program a student can take these biology courses without being removed from the program. So please note the concurrent courses on your curriculum guide to know when the deadline is for taking the biology courses. Shannon Johnson is one of our Associate Degree Nursing instructors. She would be pleased to give you information about the SNA, Student Nurse Association. Joining this group is a good way to meet other students in the program. You'll be required to complete all the modules in HealthStream. This is a clinical requirement that must be complete before the first day of class. You will receive a detailed email before your first class with all the information. It includes but isn't limited to electrical safety, emergency preparedness, policy overview for students, fire safety, and so forth. The handbook for your program has definite policies about the appearance of a student. For this reason, tattoos and piercings are included in this presentation. A student who is aware may decide to alter plans for these. Only the following jewelry can be worn while in uniform. 1 pair of small stud earrings. Tattoos that are offensive must be covered. If they can't be covered, the student will need to see the nursing department head before attending the clinical agency. Certain agencies prohibit offensive or numerous tattoos, or tattoos that can't be covered. This can determine the ability of the student to attend that agency and progress within the major. In other words, if there's a clinical site that a student can't attend, the student can't be in the nursing program. A student can read the dress policy for a student in uniform by accessing the Student Nursing Handbook at the nursing pages of the college website. Another topic covered in the handbook is the department's progression policy. As much as we hope you don't need to use it, a committee of nursing students makes the decision about how to help a student at risk. A plan for success will be implemented to assist a student who is not progressing. This information will be discussed in your orientation for clinical classes, but hearing it ahead of time allows you to be financially prepared for the extra costs of nursing. Once a student takes care of books and tuition, there's still costs to consider. ATI tests and NCLEX review are included in the tuition costs for the course. If a student transfers in or repeats a course, these may be additional. In fact, The costs are most likely additional for all transition students. This is the reason that your deposit for your program is $235 rather than the typical $100. Each nursing student is responsible for a background check at the cost of approximately $50. Immunizations are necessary for the health of you and your patients. Immunizations can be expensive, so it's recommended that you begin satisfying the shots or titers that don't expire. The immunization form is in your list of handouts. Many supplies are needed by a clinical student, and they come in a nurse pack and model kit. Those are purchased with books, but you'll also need a stethoscope, watch with a second hand, pen light, scissors, and hemostat. You'll need to be CPR certified. You may satisfy that certification through corporate and community education. The nursing training program is unique and different from other majors. Each student can better prepare for the process and costs of nursing school when they're informed. We hope this presentation segment helped prepare you for this exciting major. Thank you.